Guys, Captain JJB84 here with movie review of 50/50, and wow, I'm lost for words. This movie I thought was really good. When I first saw the trailer, I thought, is it gonna be good? I don't know, Seth Rogen, gordan-levit, and I thought it was gonna be like The Bucket List, and that's, I think, what's kind of marketed towards. This ain't anything like The Bucket List. At one point I thought it was gonna be like Beginners, but then no, it's not like that either. So essentially the story goes, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he's a pretty fit, healthy guy, and he's got this weird back pain. So he goes to his doctor, says, oh, you have a massive tumor. I'm like, what? He's got a massive tumor. You got a massive tumor on your spine. He's like, wait, what? Your cancer is, and then he just fades out going like, I have cancer. And essentially his cancer, rare type of spine cancer, I don't really know the name of it, he only has a 50-50 chance of living. Yeah. And so he has to undergo chemotherapy to reduce the tumor. To kind of calm himself, he sees this psychiatrist, the hospital psychiatrist, played a girl named Catherine. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character's name is is Adam. Seth Rogen's character's name is Kyle, and Adam's girlfriend is Rachel. And so, yeah, that band of characters. So he meets a psychiatrist who's trying to become the doctor, and she just tries to run him through what essentially she can do. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he's thinking, oh, maybe I can pass this, maybe I can't. But he kind of realizes, oh, this ain't gonna be good. So he tells his girlfriend that he's got cancer. Then he calls his mom, his parents, asks them to come over. And during dinner, 3 days after he was told he's got cancer, he tells them, I have cancer. And his mom, actually, the actress who plays the mother, Diane, she's actually really good. She's extremely worried. She's like, my God, you have cancer? She just goes into complete shock. And playing shock is a hard thing to do, but what was his actress name? Angelica Hudson? Huston? There's no D in that. She does a very good job. Just goes like deep breathing. She thinks, what can I do for you? I'm gonna live in your house now. She's like, no, it's alright. And Kyle, Seth Rogen, he's just like, okay, well, I'm gonna help you through this. He sees a psychiatrist again, and he gives him a list of books. So, yeah, gives him a list of books to buy, and then he undergoes his first thing, the chemotherapy, and he meets two guys, Alan and Mitch, who are well in their 80s, and they also have cancer, and he befriends them, and he eats some special weed cookies, and then Adam's girlfriend gives him a dog. I love the backstory of this dog. His name is Skeletor. He's a retired race dog, like a greyhound. And Adam's just sitting there going, how old is he? How does a dog retire? He's like, okay, I can take him back to the pound, or he'll be put in a small cage with 10 other dogs, or he'll be raped and other stuff to him. You know, I think I'll keep him. I don't really know what's worse, being in a cage with 10 dogs that are rapists, or me having 50-50 chance of living. There are bits where you're laughing your fucking head off. But yeah. And then Kyle, Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen is one of those actors. I think he's hilarious, but as an actor, I think he's all right. And this one, he really shows his time to shine. He's kind of playing the guy, you know, he's funny, he's all about the chicks and stuff, and he kind of tries to use Adam's illness to score them some dates. And he is successful. But one night when he's at this art gallery with this girl, he sees Adam's girlfriend making out with some Jesus-looking dude. Just some guy with an outrageously huge beard. And takes a picture, shows it to Adam. Adam's just like, get the fuck out of here, Rachel. So yeah. Let me think here. And then Kyle at one point says, okay, we're going to use your cancer so you can get some dates. And that works. At one point he starts having sex with this one girl, but he just can't enjoy it. His back hurts like hell. Doesn't feel the same, and it feels forced. And yeah, Kyle's just like, whatever. Moving on, I guess. At one point, one of his cancer buddy dies, and yeah, Mitch sadly dies. He goes to his funeral, and then Adam really just sort of, he's really losing at this point. He thinks, I'm just gonna die soon. Someone just, like, at one point you're kind of looking at Adam Levitt and just sort of thinking, someone please just put this guy out of his misery. And then he sees his doctor who says the chemo is not very effective. You're gonna have to undergo surgery, and the surgery is gonna be on his spine, and that's surgery on the spine. That's very risky. And you see the size of this thing just through X-rays. It is enormous. I mean, like, I don't know anyone personally who's ever had to go through chemotherapy. Well, a few, but not like, personal friends of mine, not like close friends of mine, just friends of parents, something like that. I have met a couple cancer patients before, but all who have survived it. And at one point I was just like, oh god. And when he goes through the surgery, actually the night before he goes through the surgery, he's with Kyle, and Kyle gets a bit drunk, so he's like, okay, I'm gonna drive. And the thing with Adam, he doesn't know how to drive, he doesn't have a license, and at one point he's in the car, he almost drives into a tree, and he just tells Kyle, get out, and just starts yelling and yelling at the steering wheel. He's just like you really think someone just put this guy out of his misery. I mean, like, the doctor told him his surgery there may be even like a lesser chance of surviving. And you really feel for him. That's probably one of the best things about this movie is that Joseph Gordon-Levitt, goddamn, I'm always impressed by this guy. He's like 30, and he could potentially get an Oscar nomination for this. Maybe, who knows? There's probably gonna be a few others coming out this year that will probably be Oscar contenders, but Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I mean, if he can, we'll see. So yeah, the next day he undergoes the surgery, and he starts to cry. He's worried. His mom says a little goodbye to him, saying, well, not really goodbye, just saying you'll be fine. And you kind of see a bit of the surgery, and I'm just like, oh, it looks kind of nasty. This honestly feels like you ever had like a grandfather who's ever had to undergo surgery or treatment or something, and you're sitting there in the hospital just waiting and waiting and waiting? That's what that scene felt. That's what those scenes felt like. Like, there's no dialogue, there's hardly any sound. It's just kind of this slow tempo music playing while you kind of see the bits of the surgery happening, and his parents just sort of sitting there drinking coffee, hoping everything's all right. Kyle's there. His therapist Catherine is there. Yeah, gets a good relationship with her and the therapist. And when it's all done, you realize, oh, he's gonna be all right. I mean, he'll be under a bit of psychological and physical recovery for like about 6 months, and his hair will finally grow back. But yeah, he lost his hair. He had to cut it off. There's a funny scene with that. He has to get his hair back, but he's gonna be fine. Yeah. And 6 months later, he's fine. You see the big scar they left on the surgery. And he starts his relationship with Catherine. So that's essentially the plot. I can't remember the last time I've done a review like that since, like, Rio? No. But yeah, a very well done movie. Is it Oscar bait? Maybe. I hope so. Very well done, I must admit. Very emotional. It's based on actually the partially true story of the screenwriter for this movie, Will Reiser, who I'm gonna look into that actually. But yeah, this is a dramedy. Like, there are bits where you're sitting there laughing. There are bits where you're like, okay, shit just got serious. But a very good movie nonetheless. You see mainly Joseph Gordon-Levitt And that's really it, I guess I could say. But I think it's very good. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 because I like it that much. My co-reviewer, Crooner, he told me he was going to give it a, what's it called, 8 out of 10. So that's 17 out of 10, that's 17 out of 20, that's 8.5 out of 10. So yeah, very good. Actually, this is good. This is probably one of the better films I've seen this year. Nothing's going to beat Harry Potter though at the moment. But yeah, a very good film nonetheless. You'll sit there just, I don't know. But I kept, every time I saw the trailer, I kept getting the wrong image. I thought, is this a bucket list movie? But no, this is just him living part of his life with cancer. Just not really sort of doing things till he thinks, oh, I'm going to die next week. He's just like, no, I'm going to just handle it. I mean, you see him, like, he'll take chances. So it's like, oh, I'm going to be able to do this again. But yeah, Seth Rogen, though, he's pretty good at this as well. And where it becomes a dramedy is with the comedy part, really. The jokes in this are hilarious. There's one bit where Adam's about to shave off his hair with Kyle's, like, #1 blade or something, like one of the electric razor things. And he's just about to cut his hair. He's like, wait, why do you have this thing? I use it. For what? You always spend lots of money on haircuts at barber shops. I'm like, wait, what do you use it on? My body? He's like, oh god, when's the last time you cleaned this thing? Wipes it on his shirt. Just now. Jesus Christ, man, you're disgusting. Yeah. And then he tells him after, ah, good, well, looks pretty good for a guy who uses it to trim his bald hairs. Actually, I use it on my asshole. It's funnier when you hear it. Then there's other bits like, of course chicks will dig it when you like cancer. At one point he's at a club. Levitt's at a club, and he's just like, hey, good song. I have cancer. Seth Rogen comes by, I was wrong, let's go. That's the bit from the trailer. I'm like, oh god, I know where this is going. Those are two of the scenes that I was laughing my head off. And every once in a while, Kyle or Adam will be like, tells us some guy, get the fuck out of here. Oh, the last bit, I was dying of laughter at this. Apparently, Kyle has prescription marijuana. No joke. And one point, Adam becomes a drug addict in this movie. He eats his weed cookies and yeah. And his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend Rachel, comes there and is like, I want to pick up some stuff. And he's like, wait, are you smoking? Yeah. Is that prescription? Yeah. Where'd you get it? And Kyle's like, he didn't get prescription marijuana. I got prescription marijuana, and I gave it to him. Fucking Seth Rogen. Yeah, very funny, very good film. Not like Beginners, though. I like this a little more than Beginners. But Beginners are still good. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Bye.